snap, it's time to talk about this. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you just yet. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, disclaimers. First 10 minutes, excuse me. Ooh, suit was a lot less wrinkly when I started wearing it 3 hours ago. Yeah. Excuse me. First 10 minutes, we'll let people gather in, settle down, get their popcorn. I'll say hi to people. How's it going? Hi, people. Boom. Check that off the list. And it's going to be a lot of rambling from me in the first 10 minutes. So if you're watching after the fact, feel free to skip forward. If you're not, you're stuck here. After those 10 minutes, there'll be a lot more rambling. But I've taken notes. I've written down notes. So hopefully I can, not go on the tangents I usually go off on. And then we'll talk about it afterwards, and then I will leave you. Because it's Tuesday? Tuesday, yes. So, weird time for me to be streaming at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. Not my usual time. Usual time is Friday, 4 or 5 Pacific, depending on how I'm feeling. Check me out there. It's pure chaos. Well, there are strong elements of chaos. So, Dan Tippin, thank you so much. It's Happy Tuesday, Blue. Well, Happy Tuesday, Dan. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Let me move this bell over here. Yeah, it doesn't get enough love. So, for 10 minutes. Other disclaimers. If you want to donate, you absolutely may. The Train of Truth is live. You do not have to donate much. You do not have to donate at all. Please don't if you don't want to. It is an option. I bring it up because it has been addressed before by people in the comments being like, I want clarification. You may do it. You do not have to do it. I do not want you to do it if you do not want to do it, or it will cause you any financial harm in any way. However, because some people are weirdly generous with their tipping, I do have some rewards for certain amounts. So, for example, anywhere between 20 and 50 should activate the Train of Truth. And if you ask a question in the tip note, the Train of Truth will give an answer. It will probably not be a good answer, and it almost certainly won't be a correct answer, but it will be an answer. I think one person has done it through the official channels, of including in the tip note. But you don't have to. Traditionally, I do a coin flip for something, but it's 11 a.m., so we're not going to do that. Let me know if my audio is no good, because I can hear me, and there's not too much of a delay right now, which is great, because I don't have my audio processing happening, because my air conditioning is not on, because this room's kind of cold today. Weirdly, it was very warm the other day, but today it's kind of cold. I'm not wearing socks, so maybe that's the problem. My concrete floor is definitely draining the heat out of my body. But yeah, the delay's not so bad. Last time it was kind of distracting, but we deal with what we deal with. Whoa, what's happening here? Thea, we've talked about the pronunciation before. I hope I'm getting it right this time. Thank you for being a member for 8 months. Says, get 'em blue. We're all behind you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Also, Dan Tippin didn't mention this. 13 months. That's how long you've been a member. What are you doing? I appreciate it. What are you doing? One of these days I'll actually put new content up on the members channel. It's fine. Moving right along, Front Wrangler, thank you for becoming a member. And Falcax, thank you for being a member for 11 months. Says, hopefully Chili is finally getting what he deserves. Oh, it wasn't too exciting of emotion. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But. Uh-oh. That's not technically 20, but it still worked. Okay, it's done. It's a bit of a panic because there's nothing stopping the train from just running off and crashing, which kind of adds to the fun. Someone last stream was like, we can fix that. And I went, but it's so exciting. But I probably really should fix it. I'll address that in a moment. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Train of Truth. Now we know exactly what it is. That is not the real Nancy Castro, I presume. But thank you so much. Where was I? Yes, Falcax, thank you. Misty Waters, thank you for becoming a member. Dr. Nimrod, thank you so much. Says, don't you dare call me generous. I would never. You generous person, you. I did it. Whoops. Whoopsie. Barely an inconvenience. It's a whole... Sorry, I've been watching... What's his face? Forget his name. Doesn't matter. And then Paul, of course, thank you so much, says, suited appropriately to teach manners to Chili. Well, court. Sort of how, someone's got to look nice. Chili wasn't visible. I will explain. We got 5 minutes before I do it, though. Thank you all for being here, by the way. A lot of people. Welcome to the Ramble. That's what's going down. Let me welcome you officially if I can. Test? Test? No test. Well, that's disappointing. Stand by. I don't need to do this at all, but I want to. I got 5-ish minutes before we start. God, the moment's gone, isn't it? Bum, 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 bum. Boop. Boop, boop. Test. No. Well, disregard. It's not happening. Oh, well. I was going to do an echo effect with some music. Ladies and gentlemen. Sort of, like introducing a fight. I am wearing pants, by the way. These are pants. This is not my skin. Some people were asking in the comments. Matt DeCastro, thanks so much, says, for the chili dog purchase fund. I hope you don't mind if I put it into my legal fund. But I do love a good chili dog. So some of it might end up there in my stomach. You know how it is. Hedgepot, thanks so much, says, me, what time is it? Train of truth. Airplane. What? I have a dish look. Okay, I got it right. Thea. Okay. It will get imprinted in my brain. I will always wonder, but maybe. And then Tesla Radio says, let's get ready to ramble. Yes, exactly. That was the bit, and it isn't working. Nope. Unless it is? Test? No. Okay. Well, it's just not working. It's fine. Jim Finch, thanks so much. Says he's wearing a suit, but did Chili wear one? Dish. Not for the paper, I swear. Jim Finch has a fun paper that I've been reading. Good stuff. A lot of fun. I don't know. No! There's nothing. All right. Back you get. There you go. That's all. Get back more. The panic is real. Oh, I put it back too far. Hold on. No? All right. Come on. That's enough. I've missed my destination. All right, back a little bit. All right, we're good. We're good now. We're fine. Panic. All right. Gia, thank you so much. Says, for Penny's therapy to do living with a man with no pants. They're pants. I just have really loose skin. Sue Bear, thanks so much. Says, I like your suit, sir. It's okay. I think I got this at a Goodwill. It's got 3 buttons. It's very unfashionable, but I kind of like what it's doing up here, It's not that deep thing. It was working for me today. What else do I have? I think that catches me up. Yes. No, it doesn't. Gripcar, thank you so much. Says, de-stressing fund. And something should happen. Will it trigger? I usually forget. But will it? Will it trigger? It's going to do it when I least expect it, which gives me time to do this. And also, just for fun, this.
Careful, Icarus.
John asked what circuit court was this out of. It was the Santa Monica Superior Courthouse. Courtroom O. Yes. Oh. Ice Blade, I think as much as, did you have to give away the tie so Chili could mop up his shame? Oh, wait, he has none. I didn't wear a tie today. I was like, whatever I'm wearing is going to be better than whatever he's wearing. Although I don't know what he was wearing because I didn't see him. He was there. Oh, spoilers. Oh, excuse me. I'm giving you spoilers already. He was there. But also, this is my, this shirt is the shirt I bought for Fun Police. It's a corrections facility style shirt. Our Lord and Savior, Taser Daddy. I have a bit planned with this shirt, but I can't explain it yet. But oh my God, Maxine. Oh no, that's not going to trigger the train, but it will trigger something. Wait for it.
I'm throwing 5 figures at emotion and a CACCP 387. Someone needs to save the dignity of Themis and Athene.
What? Nothing happened. Oh, we have to trigger something. Do I have? Yes, we're bringing it back. I still have it. Woo! Appreciate that. Needs to be reinflated. I got 8 seconds to do it. Thank you so much, Maxine. Thank you. Oh, it's kick here. High kick. All right. We're bringing this back. Someone asked for it before the stream started. We're bringing it back. Maybe. That's for you, Maxine. I do have to. I don't think it triggers anything right now. I have it. We'll set it up. Maybe someday. Squeaky chair. Okay. Excuse me. Just punched my earbud. Let me get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a court hearing today. It was an opposition. Oh, no. Rico. Thank you so much, Rico. Okay, we got to stop for that. That's for your Better Call Saul fund. Okay. Well, okay. No! The hammer comes out again. Appreciate you.
For your Better Call Saul fund.
Yes. There's that. Do I still have it? Hold on. I don't know what it'll do if I hook it up.
Train.
Yes. What? Do you have a question for the train, James? Thank you so much, James. Thank you so much, Rico. I don't think I still have the thing. I'll have to set up. Maybe after the stream I'll set some stuff up that I've been meaning to set up for a while. To include, because I didn't use this much, this bad boy, we've seen this maybe once. It's not set up to work right now. I have to do some. No, yeah. It's a whole thing. Chaos. It's just chaos. I know. That one's for me. All right. So I had a motion today. Okay, just checking. With a Mr. Castro who sued me in California, of all places. Excuse me. And this motion was basically opposition to his request to the court to have me be found liable for the cost of personal service. Now, his claim was that I hadn't answered his initial complaint properly, and therefore he felt forced to, and paraphrasing, he felt forced to hire a personal server, and therefore I'm liable for those costs. Because in California, you can request that as a cost. Generally, you would do that when you're the prevailing party, which he certainly is not yet, or hopefully ever. But that is a thing you can request. And he cited 1033.5, I think, California Code of Civil Procedures, saying I can request this cost. But 1033.5 says you can request it as costs as part of what is allowed in 1032, and 1032 allows you to recover those costs upon, your win, which I don't think is coming. So there are a lot of issues, and that was the hearing for that. And now we get into also, thank you guys so much for being here and your generosity. I really do appreciate it. Let's get into what happened. And I have notes. It is not exact. Any quotes are approximations. They are stated to the best of my ability. I was taking real quick notes. Everything will not be 100% accurate. It is accurate to the best of my ability. I do not intend to get anything wrong here. So I show up at 8:30. Well, slightly prior to 8:30. I'm checked in. We're good to go. I'm waiting. 8:28, I think it was, the clerk actually came out and started doing roll call. She started calling out names. She got to a Jose de Castro. There was no response from a Jose de Castro, and I'm sitting there thinking, this feels awfully similar to when I had the protection order hearing. So he just didn't show up to any of them, and maybe he's doing the same thing again. He's just trying to waste my time because this doesn't really matter to him. I don't know. A lot of thoughts in my head. And eventually they read through all the names. They don't read mine. And they're like, has anyone not been called? And I said, yes, that would be me. I did not ding the bell. I did not. I said, yes, I am, I filed, Michael Pertini filed the motion with that Mr. Castro was supposed to be here for. You called his name, not mine. It's this case. They went, okay, got you down. We kept going. I was number 11. Not the 11th thing that was heard. They skipped a couple, but I would say probably 8th or 9th technically, but I was, I guess, docket number 11. And the judge was like, all right, De Castro versus Kate et al. Enrico DMC, I see it. I'm waiting. You see that? Killing it. All right. Thank you, Rico, so much. Says, hey, Chili, get a real job. You said it, not me. And then iPhone LB, thank you so much. Says, am I being detained? No, you are free to go, and you are free to stay. I love having that bell. I forgot about this bell, honestly. We're putting it there. It's got a little pig on it. You can't really tell from there. Can you tell from here? No, you can't see it at all. It's got a little pig on it. It's adorable. Oh, it's got a tail too. I'm sorry. Distractions. I know. There's the tail. In case anyone cared. I care, and therefore I run this channel, and I get to do what I want. I'm so sorry, because what I want is to be chaotic and weird. That's not true. Anyway, I'm just excited. Excuse me. So, the judge called the thing, and he says, Mr. DeCastro, I see you are present. Can you, what was it? It was state your appearance, I think. Basically saying, like, I am an attorney appearing for, or I am whatever. And then there was no answer. So he goes, okay, Mr. Pertini, are you here? And I clicked unmute, but it didn't take. And I clicked the video button to show my video. And as I did that, Chili goes, I'm here, Your Honor. There was an issue. We got it figured out. And so the judge goes, okay, I see your video, and I hear you. And then he goes, all right, Mr. Pertini, are you here? And I unmuted my microphone and said, yes, no, I'm here. And the judge is like, oh, I have it backwards. I can see Mr. Pertini, just me. I cannot see Chili, but I hear you both. Okay. So just a fun little start out there. Like, oh, is he not? He doesn't even have why isn't he appearing on video or something? He's called in. Okay, that's an option. I understand. I had some technical issues. I almost had to call in. Okay. Next. The judge asked if any of us wanted to be heard on the motion. Basically, he had read the motions, he had read the responses, and all that stuff. He said, does anyone want to be heard? And generally that would mean you guys say stuff that has not already been submitted. The judge has read it, he doesn't care. He had, and he said this, approaching 600 dockets that he was on. So he doesn't have time for this. He reads it, things are going quick. They're moving. Bah, 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 bah. Oh, I missed. There it is. Left hand. You know how what was that? Is that you guys? No, you're still here. Good. Okay. Anyway, so I'm like, I would actually like to be heard on something that is not submitted to the case. I said I had some concerns with communication that happened after I had filed my motion with a Matt DeCastro, who had been communicating with me, apparently, on behalf of Chili, or Mr. DeCastro, regarding the filing of the opposition to cost of service. And the judge was like, what did you say his name was again? I said, Matt DeCastro. He goes, okay, explain. I wrote this down to read off of in court. And I mostly read off of it. There's a little bit of deviation, as I am wont to do. But it went very close to this. I've been receiving almost daily emails from a Matt DeCastro for a period of time. That's one of the deviations. Who has previously communicated with me on Mr. DeCastro's behalf in an unknown capacity. Those emails contain the following or almost identical message. Quote, please withdraw your opposition to Jose DeCastro's motion for recovery of costs of personal service by May 24th, 2023, or this motion for sanctions will be filed with the court. Thanks. To stop receiving this safe harbor notification, reply with stop. Your request will be honored within 10 days. End quote. I don't know who this Matt DeCastro is, but if he is Mr. DeCastro's legal representative, I request that he be entered into this case as such. Other emails sent by Matt DeCastro contain legal advice for me, which seems improper, and he has indicated he is assisting Mr. DeCastro with the drafting and or filings of the motions in this case. And that was basically that statement. So the judge is like, Mr. DeCastro, can you explain who this Matt is? And Chili goes, oh, he's an associate. And the judge is like, no. And the judge was like, the judge was really chill for everything else. But like this one, he's just like, no. Like it was important. And I think he probably doesn't want to hear either of us. I don't think he's on my side or Chili's side. I think I have a better leg to stand on. I think he's kind of mad at both of us. He didn't make that super clear, but like there felt, and maybe I'm just projecting, it felt like there was a definite like, stop right there. Explain who this Matt DeCastro is. I'm just like, oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Whoo! So, Chili goes, well, he's a courier of the court. and stated that he had to use Matt DeCastro because he is not allowed. Like Chili's like, I'm not allowed to talk to him because there's a protection order in place, and Michael Paratini is the name of an internet troll or something along those lines. He definitely called me an internet troll. And I was like, I would like to object to that. I said that. And I'm like, this isn't really the place. Like, trial's the place for objections. But I got to say it, right? Like, whoa there, buddy. Just throwing out those accusations now? Don't know how that's going to fly. And it didn't really fly well. The judge didn't really call it out, but he was just like, stop. Just stop. And then he ordered both of us to meet and confer directly with each other. Because you're supposed to do that prior to filing the demurs and the motions and whatever. What is that? I'll never know. It's fine. And then I hadn't because I'm like, we can't talk to each other because of this protection order. And I didn't really say that. I filed it in a motion, but basically the judge said, you are allowed to communicate the bare minimum that is required for this case. Okay, fair. And the bare minimum is you're supposed to meet and confer. Got it. So, like, I wasn't punished for not doing it. He wasn't punished for not doing it because he didn't do it at one point either. But the judge is like, I just want to clarify that this is how this works, which is fine. At least everyone's tracking, and the judge is sort of aware of the situation. And the judge around this point stated, because Chili kept interrupting, kept saying that Chili would have to appear on video next time or appear in person so that the judge could follow the conversation better. I was not the one doing the interrupting, by the way. I mean, come on. I was very professional. I know that I'm not always super professional on this channel. This is sort of my outlet to be unprofessional. But in court, I present a pretty good, yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. Some might say, lick your boots, Your Honor. No, you don't want to piss off the judge. It's pretty basic stuff that Chili apparently hasn't learned. It's fine. So who said that? Dante says Chili was interrupting. I'm shocked. I know. Oh, that bell is so great. Internet God? No, that did not happen. And Hitchbot, we'll take a break here. Hitchbot, thanks so much, says you can mess with him, ask for the next hearing to be in person, and he will have to say he can't leave Nevada due to an upcoming case against him. Yeah, but then I have to show up in California, and I don't want to do that. And also, he could be like, I don't want to, and the judge would be like, okay, cool. And then if I withdraw and say, oh, I'd also like not to do it, then it becomes a question of, well, why did you ask in the first place then? So, I understand where you're going. I'm not trying to play too many games here, and yeah, because the moment those games don't work, it's not good. I'm already doing pretty well here. Not great, not a lawyer, clearly from my filings. I'm doing okay. Chili's not, but I'm doing okay. Moving on. So, personal opinions, by the way. Not statement of fact, personal opinion. And construe everything I say as a personal opinion for this video. Where was I? All right, the judge said that he would have a response to the motion to be like, no, I object to him requesting these costs for the next hearing, the next court date, which is June 27th. And Chili is like, well, okay, but I have a preliminary statement. And the judge was like, I don't need to hear it. I've read your motion. Now, initially, I didn't really think about that. And then as I'm writing my notes for this stream, I was like, that might be really good because maybe the judge is like, your motion's so garbage, I don't even need to hear it. But he let me say something, but Chili doesn't get to say anything. Now, is that because of what he's written or his conduct in the court? I don't know. But now that I've written it down, I'm thinking maybe the judge is like, no, the opposition to your thing is pretty meritless. And so I gave Paratini a chance to sort of clarify, but yeah, he didn't do enough, and therefore, I don't even need to hear what you have to say because I've already decided. I don't know. It could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's an interesting thing. It's certainly a thing. Uh-oh, are we having trouble in the chat? Hold on, folks. We gotta stop real quick. What is happening? Let me check my live chat. Boop, boop, boo, doo, boop, boop, boo. Everyone be polite. Stand by. Let me just, okay. Yeah, if you don't want to be here for it, you don't have to be. He says, just want an update on the court case, not an effing headache trying to follow segmented information. Well, you see, the problem is I'm the guy with the information, so I get to put it out there. And I presume Jim Finch might be taking this information and compiling it into something that is useful. In fact, Jim, if you want my notes on this, I will give them to you. So you can put out something that is well put together. This just happened. I haven't fully, I wrote just note. And I'm trying to piece them together live here. Well, mostly live here. I did a little bit of organizing before the stream started. So, yeah, it's going to be disjointed. It's going to be a weird, complicated thing. If that's not for you, it's not for you. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to call you out or be rude or anything. I just want to tell it like it is, you know? So everyone be polite. We don't need to be fighting in the comment section. And I hope that resolves it. I'll keep an eye out just in case. But I hope that resolves it. John Coyote, thank you so much, says wishing you the absolute best going forward. Well, I wish you the absolute best, John Coyote. Thank you. And folks, I'm confident that Delete Lawz is the fake one. Hi, fake Delete Lawz. Hello. Yes. No, sorry. There was a thing. If we get to it, we get to it. Anyway, let me keep going. So, they call me an internet troll. We'd have to meet and confer directly. Put the next court date, preliminary statement. Chili wasn't allowed to say it. A judge asked if either of us intended to hire an attorney, which is exactly what I expected since we're both pro per. And I was like, no, Your Honor, I do not intend to hire an attorney this time. And Chili said something along the lines of, I can write my own motions. Paratini's are incomprehensible, though. And I was just like, whoa there. I didn't say whoa, but I sort of just like, huh? With my face. There was a lot of that. Well, there's like 2 times that happened. I say a lot. It's a lot for court. And the judge was like, no. Like, in just full on, like, stop. That's not what I asked. Do you intend to hire an attorney? And Chili's like, no, I don't. And she's just to answer the question, Chili. So the judge is like, I strongly advise both of you get attorneys. Court is difficult. I'm not going to bend the rules just because you're pro per, which is exactly what I've heard about this judge. I hear this judge is very like, I don't care if you're pro per, which honestly, I don't think it's going to work against me. It's not going to hit me as hard as it's going to hit Chili, I think. Oh, boy. You know, and should I get an attorney? Absolutely, I should get an attorney. Of course I should get an attorney. It'd be ridiculous not to. I'm not at that point yet. There is a point, there is a line that when I cross it, I do intend to. We're not at that point yet. So, but it is the correct advice, and it's exactly what I expect a judge to tell people who are pro per or pro se. So that was not unanticipated. The judge then said that he might suspend the discovery dispute conference requirements and asked for courtesy copies of motions to be delivered to the court. Chili goes, well, how should I deliver motions to Paratini? Because I don't have his phone number, said Chili. And the judge was like, Mr. Paratini, are you able to provide the phone number? Did you not include that? And I was like, well, Your Honor, I have not provided my phone number. I've offered to. I don't know if I told him that in court. We'll ignore that. I said, I have not provided him my phone number because historically in the past, Mr. DeCastro has abused my personal information. And it is one of the, it is a main, wow, what did I say? Hold on, I have notes. Why am I making this up as I go? Which was a contributing factor for the protection order I have against him. Right? That's why I didn't give the phone number in the hearings. And I explained that in a motion. I explained it to Chili. And I was like, why would we need my phone number? You can't talk to me anyway. Now, fortunately, the judge did clarify. I was like, oh, no, you can talk to each other for the bare minimum, whatever. But you will need to provide your phone number. All right, cool, yeah, sure. As long as everyone's clear about it. And as I'm saying, like, historically, Mr. DeCastro has abused my personal information. Chili starts going, objection, 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 objection. He's very just, like, obnoxious about it. And the judge's like, stop it. This is not a trial. You don't get to object. And I'm over there like, oh, I kind of objected earlier, and I wasn't called out. But okay. Okay. All right, cool. I was objecting to him directly insulting me, you know, in a conversation with the judge. And I was like, whoa, buddy. So maybe that was the difference. What I've said is true. And the judge probably knows this because I filed that protection order as an exhibit. And the judge has access to it because it's online. So The judge stopped him and said, this is a court, you don't get to object. And then asked me if I could email my number to Chili. And I said, I can email him that number today. And then Chili goes, oh, yeah, he can. He's emailed me thousands of times. And I gave another one of my, what? Faces. I didn't say it, but I sort of like, excuse me? With the face. The judge is like, okay, great. Then that's how this is going to happen. I'm moving the pretrial conference hearing to June 27th, which is the next court date, because I believe I'm the only person who he has actually served in this. He has missed the date to file the due diligence of service and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He had to file a motion within 60 days to explain why he hasn't served people successfully and say when he expected it to be done. I don't believe he did that. He's only done it to me because I accepted his personal service. I am challenging his service by mail. I said, I'll take it. I'll take one for the team. And then I guess he forgot to do the rest of it. So I think I'm the only person in this case who can be in this case, unless he files a motion sort of explaining why he should be granted extra time, but then I get to challenge that motion. So I don't want to say you're wrong.
Our Lord and Savior,
thank you. Who did this? Is that you, Caustic Catalyst? Thank you, Caustic Catalyst. So I can't wait for Chili to find a way to spin this as a complete victory. Oh, we'll get to that. If I remember where I was, I've forgotten. I was saying, oh, yeah, the service. Now, Paul Kemp says other people were served, but he didn't file it in time. He didn't file that they had been served in time. He's supposed to do it within, is it 60 days of the service or 60 days of the motion? Maybe he did file it in time. I'll have to check. We're going to check that. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Because someone was telling me this. I'm like, oh, I do remember seeing something about this. 3-Ron. Thank you so much. Is that Iron? Is that 3-Ron? Says, get a burner phone, give him that number. Oh, we're getting to that. I'll just tell you now. I'm using a Google Voice number. So, which is what Matt DiCastro suggests I do anyway. Which is what I intended to do. I told Matt DiCastro, I'll give the phone number, absolutely. But you have to understand, I need confirmation from Chili that he's not going to abuse that number. And that was apparently too much to ask. Let's see. California knows how to party. CCPE motion of service 1005. Oh, I don't remember. It was something. For filing certain papers. 16 I don't remember. It's a whole thing, and that's their problem, not mine. So it's that's for them to figure out. But you want the Cormit? California knows how to party. He's down there doing that. Anyway, sorry, I'm not gonna look it up now. We'll figure it out. I might be wrong about the 60-day thing. It's either 60 days after service or 60 days after filing the motion. I don't know which it is. So now John says I would demand Matt DiCastro appear at the next hearing. I don't know if that will be necessary. If Matt DiCastro keeps contacting me, yes. There will be other issues. But the judge is basically like, no, you guys talk to yourselves or talk amongst yourselves. Like, you don't need Matt. Get Matt out of here. But so I have a burner number. And if he decides to abuse that, I will get rid of that number. And the judge was like, because I explained the whole thing after the objection. The judge was like, look, I'm going to ask you to do this. If he abuses it again, or at all, then file for protection order through this court. I went, okay, yes. That seems like a good deal. I like that deal. Sure. My response was, thank you, Your Honor. Yes. In that case, absolutely. Or something along the lines. Very professional. But, yes. That was basically that. That was, the judge was like, all right, cool. Oh, yeah, no. No, I did say that they moved the pretrial conference hearing to June 27th. I think. So that's coming up real quick. And I believe, I have to check, because I thought I had until like August for that. 2 months off the schedule. That's fine. That's where we established the rules for discovery, maybe? So that should be interesting. Is that the real... No, there's... That's the fake delete laws. So, yeah. As far as Chili spinning this... Oh, where's that button going? Spinning this for his victory, he's probably going to say the judge slapped his wrist and said, you need to give the phone number. And the judge didn't slap my wrist. The judge explained it. It was like, no, I'm going to ask you to give the phone number, and then if it's abused, here's the procedure to deal with that, which is very appropriate, very fair. Mr. Castro interrupted a lot and got sat back down a couple times, got told, next time you're going to be here in person or on video. Was told that he can't object if it's not a trial. Was admonished for interrupting, more or less. I don't think it said, like, stop interrupting, but it was very much like, stop, answer the question. Oh, there was one other thing. Before this ended, they're like, does anyone else want to be heard on anything? And Chili was like, yeah, I want this dealt with today. I assume he meant the motion. I don't really know. I want this dealt with today. I was hoping this would be dealt with today. I'm the plaintiff, and I didn't want to be here. Buddy, what did you think would happen when you filed a lawsuit? Lawsuit things happen. You have to be there for it. Well, you don't have to be. You could just not. Chili, why don't you just not show up at that point? Like, just don't go. Then fine. Let me. Victory Royale this motherfucker. There's G's and D's, not child appropriate. But he didn't stream it. No, I didn't stream it either because that'd be inappropriate. But I took notes. Shorthand, yeah. I mean, but the judge saying, and I said this before I was even heard, the judge is like, oh yeah, I have approaching 700 dockets. And I was like, oh, he's not going to want to deal with us at all. I don't want to deal with us. I don't want to be a part of this other than to get it dismissed with prejudice. And that's fine. I'm the devil. 666 people are watching. Oh, 665 now. We're safe. But yeah, what are your questions? That's what we got. That's basically what happened. Nothing too crazy, but Chili definitely showed his hand of what kind of person he is in court. And I don't think the judge appreciated it. But it wasn't like things have moved forward dramatic. Well, actually, the case has jumped forward by 2 months. So I guess things have moved forward quite a bit. But it wasn't like huge victories on either side. It was just like that did not go in a way that I did not want. I'm very appreciative of how that went. Cool. So. It's the Welsh name. We've been over this. Welshie. Is that offensive? I'm so sorry. All right. Says, you know who you are. I don't even want to try because we've been over this. It says, if he doesn't show for the next one, you can always get the case dismissed and then have the court file a charge for time expenditure. That is true. I worry that if I move for just a standard dismissal, I won't be able to get dismissal with prejudice, which is what I'm going for. I could have had this case. There are a lot of things I passed on when it came to getting me out of this case. Because I want this dismissed with prejudice. Because Chili has made it very clear he intends to continue to file against me, win or lose. He will just keep filing in different states for whatever nonsense. He has stated that essentially, and so I would like to. You know how I like to do it. Let me explain, because maybe you don't. I like to put myself on a good, solid foundation starting off on. For example, the protection order gives me a very nice foundation. It's not so I can beat him in every court case. It's just this is a thing that limits his actions and gives me more options to stop him if he behaves inappropriately. So I like to give myself a good, solid foundation. Unfortunately, in this case, the actions I've chosen to give myself a solid foundation are a little risky. And a good attorney would certainly be able to do it better and might advise against it. But there's a plan. There are mistakes I have made that are intentional. There are mistakes I have made that are not intentional. But I promise you there are mistakes I've made that are intentional. And they're not mistakes, per se. They are just options I declined to pursue. I may not have had to do that at all, but I decided to. It's fine. Tequila Mockingbird, thanks so much. As we'll be able to FOIA the hearing. You can probably get the minutes on it. I don't know what that will give you, though. It's 2023. Haven't we moved past prejudice ass pants? Apparently not. Well, are we talking about the Welsh thing? It's fine. All right. What other question am I missing out on? If he has stated that, why not show that to the court? That should be enough to get with prejudice ruling as Hitchbot. It's coming. Hopefully tomorrow, the next day, somewhere around then. I'm thinking tomorrow. Maybe today. But yes, that will be heading to the court. I just got permission to use some information because I don't want to be dragging people into this court case that don't need to be dragged. So there's some information someone had that I was like, I need to know that this information is correct, and there may be a request for discovery from Mr. Castro against you. And if that is the case, this isn't critical information, but it is useful. Are you willing to accept that risk? He goes, well, I don't know if I'll have time for it. I said, that's fine. I can drop it, right? If I put it in there and then there's a discovery request, and it is approved and whatever, and I don't have other options, I'll just say I'll withdraw that statement because they won't be able to show up if there are no other options. That's fine. So I just got permission on that yesterday, or today-ish. I think yesterday, maybe partially today. I don't know. Around now. And I will be including that and then filing the motion. And hopefully I took a little more time to figure out what I'm doing. It's still not going to be perfect, but it should be better than my response. Because looking at my response now that I've been going through cases, got it. I see some issues. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, but I'm learning as I go. I've never claimed to be an attorney, unlike some. I've never pretended that I am an expert on this, unlike some. But I'm trying. I feel like I'm okay. Moving on. What else we got? Jay Sunshine 13, thank you so much, says Chile cannot withstand a war of attrition. Through this, we can obtain victory. I mean, he's trying. He stated that he wants something similar to a war of attrition. He said, I'm ready to get 200 hours into stomping you into the dust, something like that. And then it's cost Kate $80,000, $75,000 to defend me in court. Do you have that much in donos? I assume he means donations. That is from an email, and that's paraphrased. It's pretty accurate, I think. But that's from an email he sent me January 14th. We will be hearing more about that in my next filing. But yeah, he's threatening war of attrition. I don't think he can sustain war, and I don't want a war of attrition. I want this to be resolved. But when he files things, I respond. When I file things, he responds. Sometimes neither of us respond. It's fine. So I'm just trying to do the right thing. I'm not trying to play the game necessarily. Not in a way that is detrimental to the court. Kat in Virginia, thanks so much, says, ultimately, will Chili burn out or will he fade away? Yes and no. That really depends. And I've been speculating on this for many, many months as to how he will proceed. And one of the things I said is he's making a lot of claims. He's going to have to start backing them up, which is, I think, why we're starting to see a lot of lawsuits. Because he was like, I'll sue people, I sue people, I sue people. And then he just didn't. And so now he's like, I assume, fine, I'll do it. And he's filing this nonsense, not knowing what he's doing. That's my personal opinion. Also, as he sort of continues off the deep end, personal opinion, he attracts more people off the deep end, and now he has to appeal to their shenanigans, and so it'll continue to get a little crazy. I think, and I don't think it's going to necessarily be very soon, but I think in the next couple years, we will see him in jail or on the run more than he is already. I think things will catch up to him. I think it might take a couple years, but I think they will catch up. There's enough now that they could catch up to him as we speak. But process takes time. And people, law enforcement is starting to take notice. It's just because he moves around so much, they don't generally deal with things that are no longer in their jurisdiction or outside the jurisdiction. So they sort of go, whatever, someone else's problem. But he's not moving around as much anymore. He has fewer places he can go. He's going to be stuck in place for a while. And there may be federal charges pending against him. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not saying if I filed anything. I haven't. Yet. That's not to say I will. Why would I do that? What federal charge would I file or issue in a complaint against him to some sort of federal investigating agency? I don't know. Or do I? But I would hate to spoil anything because I might just be bluffing. That might just be a bunch of nonsense meant to titillate the viewers. Also, I just really want to say titillate. But I digress. What else we got? CJ Berdomas. Berdona? And that's an M. Berdomas says, I really don't know how Chili thinks this will end. I don't think he thinks very far into the future ever. So, yes, I can agree with you on that. I don't know how he thinks it's going to end. I don't think he knows how he thinks it's going to end. Goosebump 801 says he's cowering from Discovery in Ohio. There was a pretty funny filing of him being like, their request for Discovery, I want a protection order against it. It's like, well, buddy, no. And he basically said, I don't have any damages well, not any damages, but he has severely limited himself now in what can be calculated for damages. Like, it's nuts. Like, that was a bad move on his part. My God. So, Liz Breath, thank you so much for popping in. Good to see you as always. Says, not thank you for donation. Sorry, folks. It's good to see Liz. It says, and I'll end the rest of you. I apologize for not thanking every single individual. Says, what did the judge say to the interruptions? Any stern knock-offs? Not directly, but there was like a definite change. The judge was pretty chill. Like, the judge seemed professional, serious, and chuckled at some things in a previous situation where there were some technical issues. And there was a couple cases before me. There was this attorney who was kind of very sort of like in your face about a situation where he kept saying, "Oh, Your Honor, I'd like to do this as well. Your Honor, wait, let me say things." And I was like, "Whoa!" Like, there, I feel like that's kind of, it wasn't like interrupting, but it was very much like, "Listen, hold on, Judge, my time." Not necessarily like in an inappropriate way, but definitely noticeably different than everybody else. He was very adamant about the things that he wanted to talk about. And the judge didn't call him out for it. And he just, okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying, and we'll adjust in this way. And so even with that, not technically interruption, but sort of like assertiveness, aggressiveness by the attorney, the judge didn't really have anything to say. But when Chili was interrupting and saying his thing, like, the judge definitely, there was a change I hadn't seen for anybody else, where he went, stop, no, stop, thing. Answer the question. So it wasn't like, stop interrupting me. But there was the closest he got was saying, I will require you to be either here in person or on video next time so I can follow the conversation. After Chili had interrupted a bunch. Basically being like, I don't know who's talking if I can't see you. He didn't say that explicitly, but it felt very much like that was the intent. So no direct, like, stop it. But a reasonable person could understand. I'm sure there were attorneys in that room and that he, like, just watching, where it's like, oh boy, and might be reaching out to him right now and be like, I'll represent you, buddy. Let's go. You need it. I don't know. No one's reached out to me. It's fine. So, yeah, it's totally loony. I saw it. I'm not going to repeat it, but I saw it. Jim Finch says he needs to establish residency to run for governor. Nevada is the most likely place since he's been essentially living there for 6 months now. Yes, when I tried to have the final protection order served against Mr. Castro in Las Vegas, we also attempted to have him served at the address in the court stuff. And it was his good business partner, what's-his-face, Condon. And Condon's like, yeah, I'm the building manager. Mr. Castro moved out 3 months ago. It would have been January. So he would have moved out December, no, or sorry, November-ish. October-ish? I don't know. Math is hard. I'd have to look at my notes. But was it 21st January? Doesn't matter. I don't remember. So we know he moved out months ago. And unless he's moved back in, which I don't believe he has, considering he's in Nevada, where Condon said he had moved to with his sister, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, even the court stuff in the case, that doesn't quite compute. And so I think for the next hearing, which will have the demurs and whatever, I'll probably bring that up and say, because I brought it up in the demur, which is a weird demur. If things go wrong with that demur, I'll just ask for time to amend. We'll see what happens. If not, I'll continue without it. It's fine. I'm honestly not worried about it. The demur is sort of just to get things removed beforehand. But I can definitely stand up to whatever the nonsense is, even with them still present. I'm not happy about all of this. I'm not too worried about it. So, yeah, I will absolutely address, be like, he doesn't live there. He's lying to the court about that. And can you ask him to give the real address or provide evidence? So that's how that's gonna happen, probably. Giving all my secrets to Chili before it happens. You better start preparing for it, buddy. Tequila Mockingbird, thank you so much, says, read my lips, get an attorney. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. There's a line that when we cross it, I intend to. Don't worry. We're not there yet. So, what is something happening in the chat? For public safety, why don't you do that? Public safety is like, why don't you request the video footage of the court case, put it on your channel? Nobody cares about your blabbing. I have 692 people here. I feel like they wouldn't be here if they did not care about, I'm sure that a lot of them don't care for it, but I'm just answering questions at this point. If you don't like it, you can leave. You can request that footage yourself. Behave yourself, or you will not be permitted to have conversations because you're upsetting my chat. I don't have a problem with it, but the chat does. And there are a lot of them. So, for public safety says this dude sits here and lies to y'all. Ooh, that's strike one. What are the lies? We're playing this game. Let's go. What are the lies? I'll keep going. I'll keep an eye out. Wait. Public safety says, I publish my hearings. You're not me, buddy. This just happened today. Request it yourself. I don't know. Maybe Jim Finch will request it. I don't know. For public safety says, I just want to know why you don't be transparent. Explain how I'm not being transparent. This just happened. I'm explaining it. Careful. You're almost at strike two. How am I not transparent? As I explain this to the best of my ability, well, not to the best of my ability, I'm having a bit of fun with it, but as accurately as I'm able to, with the notes that I took and the things I experienced because I was there. Public safety says, poor baby, do you think I care if you block me? That is strike two, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a good time. Come on, for public safety. Let's go. Oh, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's going on. Come on. Here we go. What do you got? I'm making claims without supporting evidence. Oh my goodness. Cool. I really don't care. Because the things I'm saying are true. If you can prove they're not true, do it. But what you're saying is, you're lying because reasons? Tell me why I'm lying. Tell me why I'm lying. Come on. You can't. You're kind of mad, it feels. Did he leave? Well, that was easy. That's not strike 3. I just wanted to have a bit of fun with it. But if he... Oh! Look at this thin skin. Get the video. Let's start it up again. You get the video, my guy. It happened today. There's no video to get yet. So, instead of changing the topic, tell me how I'm lying. Just because the courts are recorded. Oh my goodness, my guy. Yes. And you have to request that? And then they have to give it to you. There hasn't been enough time for that. Oh my. So how am I lying? Come on. This should be easy. You've had plenty of time. The next answer. No, I'll give you 2 more answers because there's a delay. The second answer, or the first, either way, needs to be evidence that I'm lying. And not just, I'll go through this again, this sound again. And not just, well, you don't have the video, so it can't be true. That's not how that works. It says for public safety, it's not my case. Do you know how to make a Rex request? Yeah, I do it all the time. But it hasn't been enough time to get it yet. We're going around again. So you get one more chance. How am I lying? Ooh, it says, for public safety, it says you could have done it before the court date even. No, I'll give you one more. Nope. How am I lying? How am I lying? It's almost happened. Let's go for public safety. You can do it. I believe in you. Woo! Thanks, Issa. Sorry, music hits hard. I wrote it. I'm pretty proud of it. Let's go for public safety. Let's go. Come on. Get it. How am I? He doesn't know. He doesn't know how I'm lying. He doesn't know how to recover from this. He'll be like, oh, I don't care. I don't care if I recover from this. Like, you obviously do because you're having a bit of fun in my chat. But if you don't answer by the time this music ends, that's strike 3. Let's go. Oh, you got like 5 seconds. We could establish the facts if you publish the hearing. Oh, that's not evidence I'm lying. That is strike 3. Ladies and gentlemen. And you're out of here. Oh, it was too easy. Too easy. So, yeah, that's not evidence I'm lying. Get the video first. And then compare it to what I'm saying. And maybe I gotten some timeline of it mixed up. What I'm saying is fairly accurate. I intend for it to be completely accurate. There will be some minor errors in the exact wording. But I have the notes. I put them together. They're still real janky because I just took the notes and I went live pretty quickly. But I don't know who for public safety is. I'm going to be honest with you. I just feel like we haven't done that in a long time. And I miss it because I have a lot of fun doing it. Not blocking all of you. Just calling people out. Like, am I lying? How? Explain. You don't have an answer. You just want me to be lying so you can feel good about something? I don't know. It's... I have a lot of control on my channel. There are some rules. One of them being, don't be dumb. Well, that's not true. It's not like they're posted. I did explain it, though. Like, you have to establish. If you're going to call me out for lying, you have to establish how I'm lying. If you can, great. You got me. If you can't, I will call you out. And now you will have to defend yourself. And if you are unwilling or unable, there will be consequences. I gave strikes. I gave more. I gave more than 3, technically. But, yeah, what about NASA? Oh, the blue band. That's what it's for. You know what? Good call. That's what's... Remind me next time, because I'll forget. Daniel Wynn, thank you so much, says, you say you're transparent, but I can see right through you. Mom, Dad, you got to kiss. You got to kiss at the dance under the sea. Anyway, that's a Back to the Future joke. Sorry, it wasn't a good one. That is a pretty good one though. You say you're transparent, I can see right through you. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I gotta boot my boot. I gotta boot. Timo, I don't know what that means, But now I'm so curious. All right, do we have any other questions? What's next for my career? Space Force. I wanted to apply just to say I was part of Space Force like in the early days, but also it's basically just paperwork. So I don't want that. Also, I don't know. There was some people. Okay, the Space Force song. It's not great. It's not okay. It's not the worst military song that's out there. The military police regimental whatever song is pretty bad. Nobody actually knows how it goes. That's not entirely true. But we learn by singing it, and nobody knows how to sing it, so nobody learns how to sing it. And you sort of go, "We are the regiment." Like, you can't actually hit a note because you don't know what the notes are. I learned. I went and checked after like a few years. Of the troops was born. We are the regiment. I'm going through the whole thing if I can. And it's going to be brutal the entire time. I want you to experience this with me. That for the troops was formed military police corps. In peace and war is there to assist, protect, defend our own no matter when or where. You just like end up on the wrong, like a different key. Military police, you know what I'm talking about. Tell me I'm wrong. There's someone in here, Fraud Wrangler, I think. Charlie Company 795, Leonard Wood. That's my company. Wait, that was Charlie 795. Yeah, you know. It's they don't march, they moonwalk, says Robert for Space Force. That's good. No, I mean their song isn't that great. But it's like, what do you expect? The Star Trek, the original series theme? God, I would love that, honestly. I want them to have a theremin as the required instrument for playing it. That would be incredible. No, there are worse songs. I think of all the main branches, it might be the worst. But there are worse. Their uniforms are kind of fun, though. They're very different. It's got that sort of like line across, and they're definitely... It feels like a more Star Trek-y kind of thing. I don't hate the uniform. I don't think it's as pretty as... Nobody thinks it's pretty. I mean, Marines have the best one. But it's not awful. Does the motor pool have a song? Yeah, it's I want to get out of here because motor pool Monday sucks. Oh, that was almost on key. Signal Corps March is way worse. Oh, have I ever heard that before? I don't know. Think, big fly, think. I'm glad some of you knew the jokes. Also, John Cial, thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Sorry, Paul, I missed your super chat. It says, when will that alleged human being be sued for abusive filing? That is the question. Can't answer that. Might give it away. I don't like that. And then Richard AT, thank you so much, says, you don't remember old friends who send you cool songs? Wink, wink. Oh, don't you be silly. No, I don't at all. Not since the accident. Oh, there's a joke. There's this great joke of, do I share? I'll share it. It's like, oh, do you have any kids? And you go, oh, no, I can't. Not since the accident. They go, what accident? Like, boating accident. What? I lost. I don't know what I want to say it on YouTube. It's a reference to. I'll let you work it out. And careful, chat. I'm not losing viewers too quick. I can tell this, more or less. He's got to watch the drop. Like, is it too steep? The boating accident is in relation to getting your tubes tied, having the procedure done, so you can't have kids. And then to fully understand the joke, you have to understand what people in the Navy are called. And when you lose a lot of them, it's a whole thing. I'm not going to... Sorry, I've gone too far. I've said too much. Are pants required in this chat? I have them on. I will not require it, but do not send the pictures to people. That might be harassment. Oh, Cake, thanks so much. Cake says, please remember that your donations are greatly appreciated but never required. That is true. Thank you so much for saying that because it's entirely accurate. But I digress. What's next? What we got? Michelle says, I've missed your laugh and humor. I'm so very glad you are standing up to the little man. Hang in there. I appreciate that. All right, I'll give you a thing. Because here's the deal. There are some incredibly generous donations. It is 12:05 p.m. on a Tuesday. But I do have some apple juice here. And I don't want to. I'm not that kind of person. Why are noises happening? But I feel like to celebrate, because I pretty much cleared my entire schedule for today for this, other than some stuff that doesn't really have a strong timeline for the day, but must happen at some point. To thank you all very much for your incredible generosity, I have some apple juice in an unclean cup. I'll deal with that when I deal with it. It might hurt me, but we'll hit me with we'll get a coin flip. It is a heads. I was going to do it anyway. Sorry, that was the jankiest way to do that. Excuse me. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. 9:06 true time. That's right. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's 12 on a Tuesday. What was that? Who did that? Which one of you? Swellen, thanks for subscribing. Oh, God, that's rough. Sometimes when you lose apple juice sitting around for months. Goes bad. Ferments? No. What are you talking about? That's crazy. Pants. I saw it. I won't read it, but I saw it. Okay, I read it. I won't read it out loud. All right, folks, what else we got? I don't want to leave just yet. We're having too much fun. Oh, some of you in Europe, or close enough to it. 10 p.m. Where would be 10 p.m.? UK is what, 6 hours? Russia? No, I don't know. Hawaii? We're checking. Don't tell me. I'm not going to look. Get out of here, Bing. Okay, I need plus 10? Something? I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. You're all gonna have to. Oh my God, load slower right out here. It's fine. Okay, I accidentally saw chat. It said UK plus 8. This is Liz. Okay, so. Oh no, I'm thinking East Coast is plus 6. That's right. Okay. So if I'm in -8, I'm looking at plus 2. Africa, Poland, Germany. Is it Germany? No, I'm an idiot. Yeah, parts of Russia. Africa, there's some Mediterranean. Middle East. Okay. Who's 10 p.m.? Where are you? You don't have to tell me. Okay, it's 8:08 in the UK right now. It says he walks among the tombstones. Hawaii is behind me. Yeah, I just don't know how far behind me. Any plans for another music competition stream soon? I would love to. What kind of music, Goosebumps, were you thinking about composing? Don't give me anything too crazy. All right, Which one of you? Oh, Finland. Finland! Oh, yeah. Oh, you're like East Finland. Oh, okay. According to this map, which I can't read. Okay, I'll allow it. Yes. It's tomorrow in in Australia, I'm sorry. There was a thing in the way. Okay, I was like, Austria, it's definitely not tomorrow. Australia makes sense. 10 p.m. in Israel. I was looking at that. I did think that maybe. Iraq, Egypt, Finland, Madagascar. If one of you is from, are any of you from Madagascar, that'd be nuts. I'd be very excited about that. It's not a good day to be Russian. I've heard rumors. Yeah. I don't hold ill will against the Russian people necessarily. I think the government is engaging in actions that I can't condone. Do you condone? Which way is condone? I don't agree with. I'll say that. I like Russia historically, right? Okay, hold on. Let me explain. That's going to be taken out of context. I'm fascinated by Russia. I do not agree with the politics of Russia. I haven't for a very long time. Before I was born, I think there were a lot of issues. I could say the same about the United States. There are a lot of issues in the United States government that I think could be addressed. I have this feeling that the United States makes it a little easier to address those concerns. But like Russian music, love Russian music. Tchaikovsky, oh my God. This is sort of like the Soviet stuff. There's something about it that's just like the keys that they use, the minor key with the intensity of it. Very fun. Korbienki, very fun song. Tetris. I think that is the Tetris theme. The culture is very fascinating. This Eastern European stuff, because it's like there's similarities, but it's still so different. Architecture is fascinating. The last 400 years, there's been some crazy stuff, and I don't support Russia currently. I want to make that very clear. But Russia, in a historical context, is so fascinating to me, and I wish it wasn't. I wish they weren't like they are, because I would love to go to Russia. Not now. Probably never. Because Russia. Because of the government, essentially. And I'm not saying all of it's bad, and America has some stuff too, whatever. I do not intend to engage in any of that. It's just culturally, there's so much stuff that I'm fascinated by. Not enough to like go and change my citizenship. It's just, I don't know. It seems like such an interesting place that I'm like, maybe it's just like I'm not really supposed to be allowed to enjoy it. Ethically, morally, whatever, if that makes sense. I don't. It's sort of like Germany. Like, oh yeah, Germany had the Nazis, but there's so much stuff there that is so interesting that I don't want to hold that against them. It's just that Russia currently has some stuff that I am holding against them. So like, no. But there's a lot of sort of Eastern Bloc, former Soviet places. Like when I went to the Czech Republic. There's a lot of really interesting things there. A lot of historically interesting things. I love a good bit of history. But, yeah, I'm, like, not supposed to like them because we're not super friendly. But there are things I appreciate that are related to the government of that country, if that makes sense. Culture side rich, says Timo. Right? Like, yeah, but I think we know where I'm getting at, right? Like, I don't support it, but I don't think that should mean we should ignore all of its contributions in interesting history. And it has some good music. I'm gonna be real with you. It has some good music. I used to listen to, and it's not technically, I think it's French technically, but there's the Russian Sailor Dance from the Red Poppy. God, I listened to that so much as a teenager. It's so good. Such a good bit of classical music. Also, Griff Kai, thank you so much for giving memberships. And that reminds me, I have something to say about, oh my God, the squeakiness of this chair. So last summer, congratulations on getting a membership. Lisa Alcazar, thank you so much. Or sorry, you also have it. What am I saying? Griff Kai, thank you so much. Lisa, yeah, membership. Welcome to the party. Captain Clown, welcome to the party. So last summer, Russia, why are you like this? Duh, why do you like this? Это my велосипед. Здравствуйте, you know? Been learning a little Russian prior to the invasion of Ukraine because I'm like, that might come. What is that? Might come in useful. Where else was I? Pants, congratulations on the membership. Salacious, congratulations on the Again, I don't know what that is. What is happening? Iceblade says, what are your thoughts on open source intelligence? The war in Ukraine has been really interesting in that regard. Oh my God. The things, the technology. Because, United States has been fighting a war in Iraq against an enemy that is not. They are capable, but they're not Russian, Ukrainian capable, right? Like they're not to be like the groups who are fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq and wherever, they are not to be underestimated. They are things they do very well. They're bomb making, let me tell you, and they learn from their mistakes and they adapt very quickly. And kudos to them. Not that I'm like, yay, go ISIS or anything, but like, I don't want to underestimate the enemy. But Ukraine and Russia are much more technologically advanced. What? I don't know what that is. We're going to ignore it. It's fine. Oh boy, that might get me in trouble. Not really, not in trouble, but yeah, the technology that's been utilized is very, very interesting because it hasn't really happened in a while in recent wars. So the open source intelligence is just like, yes. And I'm actually the OPSEC manager for my unit, the operations security manager. So I took a class in operations security, which included, intelligence sources and in counter narcotics and surveillance, counter surveillance work I've done. Obviously, that is also very relevant. And to watch Ukraine use it, and to a degree Russia use it, is definitely super interesting. And I think it really goes to show how information can be easily accessed to someone's detriment. Something I am definitely aware of. Have I ever seen their figure skaters, the Russian figure skaters? I want to say yes. Nothing pops out in my mind. I haven't watched the Winter Olympics in a while. I love the Winter Olympics. I had a friend growing up in high school. I say friend, like a good acquaintance. Not like we didn't exactly have the same friend groups. We were friendly towards each other. Who competed in the Winter Olympics skiing? When I was in Boy Scouts, his mother actually came to one of our meetings, and she is a gold medal winner. I want to say in skiing, we got to hold gold medal. And I was like very young at the time, so it didn't. If I had been older, it would have mattered more to me. I can't for the life of me remember his name. I know he's on the team. I don't know if I think he competed. He didn't. I don't think he got a medal. I'm certain. Well, I don't know. Apologies for my nonsense of what I just said there. I did get to hold one of the batons for one of the last Olympics from a few years ago. I was in McNamara's Pub. Is what it's called. It's in DuPont near the base, near me. And someone brought it in, and they actually had one of the torches that was used because you run around the world, I guess, and then light the torches, and it ends up in the final place of the Olympics. I think people are like, yeah, that's obviously how it works, or obviously not how it works. I don't know. I think that's how it works, and I got to hold it because I saw it. I'm like, is that real? He goes, oh yeah. It's my friend was the one who was running it, and let me hold on to it, and now I'm at this bar holding on to it. Might have been fake, I don't know, but I got to hold it. They're heavy, I tell you. Anyway, where was I going with this? I don't know. Slava Ukraina. That's right. Soviet early Russia filmmaking is mostly brilliant. I haven't seen any of it, but I've heard that before. Sorry, some of your chats. Russia's the most corrupt government on the planet. I wouldn't say the most corrupt. There are definitely issues. When a guy like Rasputin has all that power, Rasputin's a fun story. There's a lot of stuff about Rasputin that's been blown out of proportion, but fun story. But I have, who was it? Someone said I don't like the Russian leadership, but the Russian people are very nice. I've met some lovely Russian people. Not too many, but Russian hackers are making you think Bing. That's right. But yeah. You know what? Maybe it is loose ports. That absolutely could be it, because I have sort of an extendy thing. That, you know what? You're probably right. It's probably exactly what it is. But where was I? There were some super chats. Maxine Kennedy, thank you so much for being a member, of course. Says Germany, Russia, etc. have hundreds and hundreds of years of history. Don't hold a few years of it as typical of the rest. Exactly. That's exactly it. Also, Taco and Yoshi, good to have you here. And thank you so much. Says, remember, there's always money in the banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand. That's right. Jeff Hartz, thanks for being a member for 10 months, says, I refuse to even buy Russian dressing. I don't even know it. I saw it on a menu. I was like, I don't know what this is. I learned what it is. I've since forgotten. But it says, only ranch and Catalina. America, F yeah. America, F yeah. Come to save the motherfucking day, yeah. Terrorist, your days are through. Now you have to answer to America. But yeah. Kmart. Is that one of the ones they yell? I don't know. It's fine. Oh, no, I have these. I have props. America, but yeah. Come to save the motherfucking day, yeah. We have fun here. Anyway, this is the stream after the stream, basically. Hitchbot, thanks so much, says it's not just okay to respect your enemy's strengths, but actually vital if you want to win. Something, Sun Tzu war book, which I've never read, but I'm familiar with some of. One of these days I should. I really should. Griff Kai, thanks so much for being a member for 10 months, says, check out the Institute for the Study of War for Open Source Intelligence. Oh, yes. Yes, there's some good resources out there. I won't give you details, but I use them. Yes, it's great. What else do I have up in this? Jennifer Lucas, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Says, BB needs more props. I don't. My desk is very, I got, I don't think I've ever, have I? I might have used it once. I have a harmonica. It's backwards. Just in case I need some, oh, I'm so sad. Yep. I don't know what I'm doing. I still got my pipe here. In case I need to be like, oh, yes, indubitably. Probably should watch that. I got magnets for my mystery streams. I got handcuffs linked to the other cuffs, the torture cuffs. Gosh, what are these glasses about? I don't know. Why would I have these? Some of you know, some of you don't. Oh, and I also have my reading glasses for basically to go with the pipe, which I put down somewhere. I can't see through these glasses, the problem. Yes, let me just... I couldn't see where I was going. I don't have depth perception. Props, ladies and gentlemen. Handcuff keys in case I need them. I have my MP badge when I was doing investigations, the whole... I got this guy, which is... Can you see him? You can't even see him. My salt and pepper shaker. It's just too funny. I keep him there. You can't even see him. It's fine. And then there's some stuff to the side of me. For example, when someone has a really good comment, there's this bad boy. Ooh, there we go. There's this bad boy, which is a wrestling trophy from somebody that I got for $4 from Goodwill. I love Goodwill. So good. Anyway, there's stuff. So last summer, almost married someone whose grandfather won the gold medal for discus? It was something you discussed? That's not a good joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's pretty cool, though. When the Atlanta Games, says Goldfish, happened, the route for the torch passed by our house was super disappointing. Then they drove it by at 40 miles per hour. They drove it? They didn't run it? What? That feels wrong. That feels improper. Sorry, reading your comments. Got distracted. Pants says, we all know Blue Bacon isn't someone to rush into anything prematurely. I'd forgotten I haven't been studying my Russian. Nope, that was definitely me kicking a cable. All right, we're figuring it out. I haven't figured it out, but I definitely stepped on the cable. I don't remember good Russian phrases right now. Iceblade says, one of the IT guys for the local Air Force base scattered USB drives in the staff parking lot. They had malware that would stealth install and report the user to IT for internet suspension. Yeah, because you're not allowed to... I don't know if you guys heard that. You're not allowed to install or to plug USB anything into government computers. So that's fascinating. Is that entrapment? I don't actually think it would be. That's fascinating. What else do we have? Peter King says, just buy a burner phone. I got Google Voice. That's fine. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna email Mr. Castro it right now. And you all will just be here for it. Go. There we go. It's a good number too. I'm not gonna tell you. All right. Email compose to. Sure hope this is the right email. Phone number. Good afternoon, Mr. DeCastro. My phone number is as follows. Pursuant to the instructions of the court, you are not to use this number for any purpose other than... Stand by. Oh, I can't. There we go. Other than the minimum communications necessary for the lawsuit. I'll give you this music. Now get out of here. Lawsuit. You are not to contact me outside of normal business days. If you would like to communicate with me by phone, you must let me know by email first. All phone calls on this line will be recorded. Do not give this number to anybody else. If you have questions or concerns, please reply to this email. All right, let me read this. Good afternoon, Mr. Castro. My phone number is as follows. Pursuant to the instructions of the court, you are not to use this number for any purpose other than the minimum communications necessary for the lawsuit. You are not to contact me outside of normal business days. Normal business days or hours? No, business hours. Between Monday and Friday. All right. You are not to contact me outside normal business hours between Monday and Friday. If you would like to communicate with me by phone, you must let me know by email first. All phone calls on this line will... I don't know. All phone calls on this line will be recorded. Do not give this number to anybody else. If you have questions or concerns, please reply to this email. I feel good about that. What do you guys think? Time zone. Good call. The proper... The proper time zone for determining normal business hours is Pacific time. All right, stop that music. I like it. P Barnes too likes it. I like it. What are normal business hours? I assume 9 to 5. I think California courts probably have that defined somewhere, but that's for him to figure out. Me, Tarzan, you, Jane moment. Gotta keep it simple. Gotta keep it simple. All right. Stop fighting in the chat, folks. I can't. Is it? Surely it isn't Discord. I have Discord muted. Or do I? Maybe not. All right. Anyway. All right. Pursuant to the instructions of the court, you're not using them for any personal communication as with the lawsuit. And I contact me outside of business hours between Monday and Friday. Proper times over determining normal business hours at a specific time. If you would like to communicate with me by phone, you must let me know by email first. All phone calls on this line will be recorded. Do not give this number to anybody else. If you have questions or concerns, please reply to this email. That's right, Malayu. That's right. Specify. I don't know my business hours. I assume 9 to 5. His problem is the court said normal business hours. So my thought is if he contacts me outside normal business hours and it's like close, I'll specify. But I'm gonna leave it open so that surely he won't abuse this in any way. Right? It's business. It's business time. Is that where you're going for pants? Is that it? Reply only once. Maybe. Please. All right. If you have questions or concerns, please communicate them to me in a single email response. That's not a bad call because he does that. Pants. Blink, blink, blink. There you go. Now, so last summer says, don't overestimate the dummy. He'll take anything as an open invite to keep harassing you. Oh, gosh, that'd be such a shame if I had something to submit to the court that could be considered harassment. What a shame that would. I sure hope he doesn't. I don't want him to. But that's up to him. So, I'm going to send this. And it's sent. It's out there. It's out there into the world. He's getting it. I said I'd give it to him today, and I did. Well, that's a reasonable amount of time. If he calls me right now, I'm going to be upset. So, you know. Look, if he has questions about what the business hours are, he can ask in a single email with everything else. Stream in a suit more often. Ladies and gentlemen, should I stream in a suit more often? It's not. Is it pretentious? Is it ridiculous? Do we appreciate seeing it? I have nicer suits than this. This was just a fun one I haven't seen in a while. I haven't pulled out of the closet in a while because it's got 3 buttons. That's a weird thing. Anyway. Oh, it's too late. I've already sent it. But I digress. Yeah, we'll see if that number becomes public. Sure hope it doesn't. It'd be such a shame if I started getting phone calls at 2 a.m. I do not want that. Do not do it. I hope that's clear. All right, people like the suit. Okay, maybe I'll do a suit more often. I don't know. If it birthday suits, nope, no. Yeah, I mean, if it's not like too hot in this room, I mean, it gets warm. So, you know, I could wear a tie. I could do that. A bow tie. I have a bow tie somewhere. I mean, I have army bow ties. What do we think? Would I look for? I mean, I could do a bow tie. Wow, sweater vest might be a lot because heat. Okay, far. It's so lumpy now because I'm sort of like hunched over. Yes, master. It's alive, master. Out there in the sun. Two jokes. I need a bow tie. Did you ever get the AC fixed in there? I did. Check this out. Hold up. Do you hear that beep? You hear that again? I can control it with my phone. Army bow tie. It's a bow tie you wear with the Army ASUs, Army Service Uniform. I sure hope that's the correct acronym. There's so many acronyms I don't remember. Set the recording app ahead of time. Oh, yeah, well, yes. Have I started wearing the new green uniforms yet? Not yet. Our supply is trying to get them, but Washington National Guard is out of money, so they're not approving any requests. And if I can get them for free, I would like to. We measured it ourselves as a unit. Well, we went to the clothing and sales and had ourselves measured as a unit. So the unit is definitely attempting to make that happen with unit funds, which is great. Because it's a very expensive uniform. They are. Like, those uniforms are very pricey. Bow tie and a fez. Alonzi? Is that 10? We're talking about 11. Did 11 do Alonzi? I don't know. We know what we're talking about. But recap. We had the hearing. Chili interrupted a bit. Judge didn't really care for it, but like neither of us won anything. It's just like, all right. The pre-trial conference is scheduled. They shifted it up 2 months. And we will hear what the judge rules on the motions on that date. And Chili called me an internet troll to the judge, which was funny, very unprofessional. But, like, bro, do you not think before you speak? It was a whole thing. It was pretty good. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, 10th. Okay, it was 10th Doctor. I get confused for a second. Oh, yeah, he also said when the judge was like, I advise both of you to get an attorney. Do either of you plan to? I said, no, I don't plan to. And Chili said, I don't have to. I can write my own motions. Blue bacons are incomprehensible, though. And the judge's like, stop. That's not the question. Answer the question. And that tickled me in a good way. So, yes. Good times. 10 did Alonzi. Okay, what did 11 say? He surely had a phrase. I don't know if he had a phrase. I can think of some stuff, but not like a repeated phrase. I'll let chat help me with this. Just watching the chat. Geronimo. Okay. Good point. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think with that, my voice is starting to go. I haven't had lunch yet. I'm going to get out of here. Did we ever get an answer as to what the next music stream wanted to be for the composition stream? Who was it who asked that? I don't remember. Let me know in the comments in this video. I will check them, and we can try and make that happen. Of course, if I do another music stream, I can always just ask at the beginning, say, what are we feeling? What are we thinking? I would enjoy doing that because I know it's not like a big poll or anything, but it's something I want to do anyway. Might as well bring you along. I should have I believe it will be the same judge on the 27th. But yes. Yeah, put it in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for being here. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Really appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't be here without you. You know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't be in a lawsuit. It's your fault. It's not. But thanks for being here and supporting me. And, joining on the laughs, contributing to them. You're wonderful. And with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, be good, stay safe. Also, I'm seeing low-key studying music. Oh. You have to give me examples. Goosebump. Just got nice, like, piano, light jazz. Give me examples in the comments. Or directly to me in some other way. Email, maybe not so much, because I don't check my email too much right now. Though I will be keeping an eye out for Mr. Castro's response. Anyway, bye. I was kidding. You thought. That's not my outro. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, be good. Stay safe.